Invincible.
Settle down, kids. Welcome back to Under Review,
where the players come to play.
All right, so we're gonna discuss the finalists for Coach of the Year. So we have Eric Spoelstra from the Miami Heat, Greg Popovich from San Antonio Spurs, and Mike D'Antoni from Houston Rockets. First of all, do you guys agree with it? Or if not, who would you put?
I agree with those three, but there's one missing, obviously, and Mark will have a chance to talk to you about that. Brad Stevens, mainly, is a huge snub for this year's Coach of the Year among the candidates. So,
would you replace him with someone, or?
I would replace him with Eric Spoelstra for the simple fact that, aside from those three, they've all made the playoffs except for the Miami Heat. So that's where I would kick out Spo and put Brad Stevens right in there.
What do you think?
Well, as Laurent brought up, I do not know for the life of me how Brad Stevens is not even a nominee. I don't get it. I mean, Boston first in the East.
Yeah.
Now, okay, or second because of the fact
Heat,
that
ninth in the
Cleveland,
East?
you know, yeah, exactly. Heat, ninth in the East, and on top of that, were they over 500?
No, they were
under 500.
Yeah.
So how effective as a coach were you when you're not even 500?
Yeah, when you're not even 500, right? So I would take Spoelstra out for sure, and I'd put Brad Stevens in.
I think Spo's there mainly because of the huge bounce back and how they recovered without the departure of the big three,
and the injuries.
You know what I mean?
They apparently faced a lot.
Yeah.
They faced a lot of injuries along the way, but still,
They're on the come up. But still, like
Brad Stevens, he took a Celtics team that.
Yeah.
Some were saying, I mean, maybe a playoff team, but no one would have predicted first place.
And the most times the coaches that get nominated for this are winning coaches. They're usually from winning teams, you know?
My only thing is, if Greg Popovich makes it, then shouldn't the coach of Golden State, Steve Kerr, Golden State Warriors, make it?
Yeah. If you talk about winningest records, for sure. But like we said in last shows, Warriors are just stacked, you know? Like, and how many games did they win without him last season?
Yeah.
And he wasn't placed as Coach of the Year. I think 39 games they went without him last year, and they were still on a tear. And that was a record-breaking year, right? So last year,
they're a victim of their own success teams.
Exactly,
almost, you know what I mean?
They're
That's
like,
what happened.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. What about the OKC's coach? Because everybody thought they would be last in the league or lottery team or
they
whatever.
ended up being sixth.
So should he be mentioned in there?
Well, considering Russell Westbrook and the crop of players that have around him, it's not hard to as a coach be like, okay, Russell, just as long as we win and you average a triple double, we can hold on to that sixth spot, no problem. I like any coach would have done that.
But speaking of OKC, a guy that you could have made an argument for maybe would have been Scott Brooks, with what he did with Washington.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. They have a lot of pieces.
But
they're a good team.
To be fair, Washington 2 years ago, they had 4 All-Stars, didn't they?
No.
I don't think so.
Recently, they had
Washington?
4 All-Stars. Yeah,
Washington.
Oh, no, it was Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta. My bad.
But he's another guy. I would have made an argument for.
Okay,
Scott Brooks.
So who's the winner? Coach of the Year.
Greg Popovich for me. Winning record, second in the East. He's there every game. I know playoffs aren't included in the regular season, but the way they've performed the last 2 rounds without certain key players has been pretty impressive. I don't know, just Pop system is a proof that you don't need an all-star all the time. They could always switch people around.
Kawhi is an all-star though. But what do you?
But I mean, with others,
I think definitely Mike D'Antoni. It has to be because I mean Houston. You know what I mean? They weren't necessarily expected to be as good as they were. He's got a lot of respect around the league. His system is a great system. It just never, unfortunately, worked other than in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Now it's finally clicking. He's finally going to get the recognition he deserves. Mike D'Antoni.
I pick D'Antoni as well because he finally got Harden to pass the ball, number one. He finally got him to play a little bit of defense. Mr. Mike D'Antoni, which Skip Bayless said, remove the D because he doesn't teach D. He got Harden to play defense. And the third reason is, as long as you jump on board with D'Antoni, he'll make a MVP out of you.
He'll make a star of you on the offensive
He was
end.
unsuccessful with the Lakers because Kobe didn't jump on his team.
Yeah, I'm still going with Pop though.
And he's got
winning
Beverly
record.
Yeah,
consistency throughout the years, can do nothing with nothing players.
Okay.
And they're always winning. The whole D'Antoni thing, I kind of agree with you guys, but it kind of went back on James Harden's downfall. He ended up being the turnover king in the system. So,
but he should also be a victim of his own success. Because San Antonio has just naturally always been such a good team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they're
for that
never
reason,
stacked with all-stars, ever. They're always stacked with old-timers, old vets. You know, they're always the oldest team
how
in
are
the
they
league.
not? I mean,
Greg Pop is he's like the Belichick of the league. We've all said that before, right? He's a person of consistency.
Yeah, but Belichick
They always win. Doesn't matter
Belichick, the
who's on their
argument
team.
against Belichick is he has the team to succeed.
You can move Greg Popovich to the Lakers. They're gonna go to the playoffs. You can move Greg Popovich to any team.
Are we?
And they'll go to the playoffs.
Turn the camera off.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's what's gonna happen.
something's about to go down here.
Any team you put Greg Popovich's on, they're guaranteed to make the playoffs.
Let's
Disagree.
not get involved.
D'Antoni, it's not.
Let's not get involved in the
Yeah.
hyperbole.
But Brad
Let's
Stevens.
Let's go to
Brad
the next
Stevens.
And
segment.
it would have
Sure.
been Brad Stevens.
Let's go to the next segment. We need to change the battery.
Here we go.